Okay, part four. Now, 2 years are gone. Opie and Anthony have been gone. I kind of kept touch with them. You can do things online and stuff to see where they were, what they were doing. They really couldn't do anything in media at all with their contract, so they were pretty much off the planet. You'd hear a little bit through Jim Norton because he was a great part of their show, and he was still can be a comedian, thank God. So he was able to go around, and it was fun to go to Tough Crowd. I actually went to the show Tough Crowd a couple of times. Had tickets in the audience. Got to see the people that I wanted to, that I've been listening to for a long time on Opie and Anthony. It was fun. It at least gave me something else to do, and I could be part of the system that I wanted to be a part of. So now regular radio is pretty much as bad as it could be. Howard Stern is complaining constantly now that he can't do anything anymore, and that became even more fun for all the rest of us on the show, I'm sure. I mean, sure, the diehard fans would listen forever, and no matter what he said, they'd follow him. At this point, I was too old to be that gullible, and I knew it. Just I don't know. He didn't care. He didn't do anything. He did his show, and he filmed his show on TV, and he had Howard Stern TV. I don't know when that came in, whatever, and he finally went off the air, and that was it. And he disappeared. I didn't really listen to him anymore because he was gone. And then, 92.3 was having problems, so they weren't getting anything. And then they actually did try the talk station at one point, which was pretty cool. Well, I guess the talk station happened almost when the other thing happened. So, that was good. And I'll talk about that in a second. But now, 2 years have gone by, and now we're all wondering what the hell is going to happen to Opie and Anthony. Now, a diehard fan, Howard is still around. Yeah, I guess he's still around. I can't remember all this time. I'm not doing research here. I'm just talking from my heart. That's pretty much it. So anyway, now it's the new radio coming in, satellite radio. XM and Sirius, two companies against each other. Howard Stern winds up going to Sirius, and Opie and Anthony is on XM. So finally, when they're on XM, it took a little while. I got the radio, and then I became an XM listener, and I still am an XM listener, and I listen to Opie and Anthony, and I've been enjoying that. And that's going on. Thank God for satellite. The sad part is that, and it was good because Opie and Anthony was the big stars on the pretty much on XM. They had other people, other stars that on TV and stuff, but in the radio world, they were it. They had their own station. They wound up bringing Ron and Fez down to it. So Ron and Fez, I was able to listen to again because they came back to to my airwaves because I had to go out and pay for satellite radio, which it's an extra bill for those who don't have a lot of money. It's what it is. But the perfect fact is all the entertainment was there, all the good stuff was there. You listen to XM, you never listen to radio again. And then it was interesting. Now, meanwhile, you have to realize that all this stuff was happening because everybody was fighting with each other all over. Howard Stern didn't want to claim Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony couldn't say anything about Howard Stern. Opie and Anthony had problems with some of the other stations. They wound up blowing up themselves anyway. And then the other shows. At one point, the radio chick came back on the rock station on on Q 104.3, and that was all right for a little bit, but it was still just more music, and they really didn't want to get into the talk, and it was nice to listen to them a little bit because I actually did like the radio chick show, and I was on the show like I said. But that it wasn't the same when they had one of the main guys there like with them, and that was just unnecessary. But it's just the way radio works, I guess. If what I listen to over these years of what it happens, but it's all just sad stuff. But let me just change it. There you go. So you don't get too bored. Uh, so XM comes and I'm listening to Opie and Anthony, and it's great. They have a lot of great stations, this and that, and it's wonderful. And right, it feels great because you just want to fight for XM, and you're paying for the thing. You get your show for what you want, and they can pretty much say what they want. They can curse. They can do whatever they want. They've calmed down their show. They're not going as crazy, but they were off for 2 years, so I guess they learned their lesson or whatever. But then, just when you think it wouldn't happen, and thank God it wasn't horrible, they're still on, so that's the good part. But then Sirius and XM need to get together. So now we have to worry about a whole new station coming to apart. And Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony. And I'm going to pretty much go that now they still kind of fight with each other the entire time. And they're both on the same station trying to make money. Which is just, Will they ever stop fighting each other? It's just stupid at this point. You know, Anthony was on the Howard Stern show as one of the parodies that they did. There's video of it on YouTube right now. You can see.